Welcome to my channel. This is an indication of some of the things that I cover on a regular basis in my videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so, and don't forget to click the little bell so that you'll get notified of future videos. Please feel free to share my videos on your social media, and I hope you enjoy the video which follows. Well, hello everyone. It's that time of year again. I'm going to add to my repertoire of Christmas gifts from the kitchen, making nougat this time. I've never made nougat. The recipe seems extremely easy. If you aren't aware of the series, I will put these in-screen things that pop up at the end of videos. I'll put one there which is the entire group of Christmas gifts from the kitchen. A lot of them are types of candy like this. And then there are several of those very easy, what we call a boil cake or war cake here, type of fruit cake. I add a little more things to it than would have been in it during the war. Swedish tea ring and a few things like that. The idea for the Swedish tea ring was to make a nice gift to take if you were going to a Christmas party or a New Year's Eve party or something. But the way things are going this year, I don't think there will be any parties. But you could make a nice dessert for your Christmas dinner or your New Year's Day dinner or whatever. I'll go over the ingredients here. The first thing that you need is a 9 by 13 baking dish. They're not going to be baked, but that's a dish to put them in. And for those who are on the metric system, that's 22.5 by 33.5 centimeters. You could use something smaller, it's just that your nougats will be thicker, that's all. 10 cups of mini marshmallows, and it doesn't say what size bag, but it says that's 2 bags or 10 cups. Well, by accident I bought the 250 gram bags, and two 250 gram bags is exactly 10 cups. And then we have 2 tablespoons of butter, 2.5 cups of white chocolate chips, and it says that's 2 bags. Depends on the size of the bag, wouldn't it? I didn't buy mine by the bag anyway. I went to a scoop shop, and I find all that stuff is much more reasonable, and they usually have it all right there. And the last ingredient is 2 cups of gumdrops or jujubes. I went with gumdrops, but I wasn't able to get ones as small as I would like to have had. There were larger ones than these. These are the smallest I could find. So to compensate for that, I have cut them in half. Just thinking that will make it a bit easier to cut the nougat once it's finished. Well, I'm going to do it in a microwave. It can be done also on the top of the stove. If you're doing it on the top of the stove, I would recommend that you rig up some sort of a bain-marie, a double boiler, a big bowl like this over a stock pot or something, so that you wouldn't end up burning it to the bottom of whatever you're doing it in. But I'm going to try mine in the microwave, and all you do is add together the marshmallows, the chocolate, and the butter, and it goes in the microwave for 30 seconds each time until everything is fully melted. So my plan is, unless I run out of battery here, is just to keep the video going, and you'll have an idea of exactly how long it does take to do this, which I don't think is very long at all, except for the part where it goes in the fridge overnight. I won't make you sit through that. So we'll put this on 30 seconds. Listen to it hum and howl for 30 seconds here. Might have been a better idea if I just skipped this and taken you through the last process, but I thought this way you'd at least know how many times I had to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. The baking dish is lined with parchment, and I put it in so it's lined up the sides as well with parchment, so it won't stick to the dish. At least hopefully it won't stick to the dish. I'm not seeing a lot of change in the first the first go here. I guess down at the bottom it does feel a little softer, but I'll just sort of mix this stuff in. We'll go for another 30 seconds here. Me mumbling away, you probably can't hear me. I'm a fair distance away from the camera. This is being done in the year 2020, the year of the COVID, if you're watching this sometime in the future. The area where I lived has just gone into what they call orange. We were yellow prior. There are a number of new cases yesterday, and actually here on the island I think there have been 3 cases. But that seems to be all, just 3, and I hope that's all there ever is. Orange is a bit more restrictive. Starting to melt now. Orange is a bit more restrictive than the yellow was, but not a great deal more. They're asking you to keep to 1 family households and wear masks. And we've been doing that. Haven't been doing the 1 family households, but we've been doing the masks anyway all along. So, starting to melt. I had this offset spatula thought maybe it would be easier to spread it. I guess I need it to clean the spatula. Things like restaurants and whatever are still open. They're required to space tables out, and everybody has to remain 2 meters apart and all that sort of thing. But other than that, I don't see where the level, this new orange level, is all that much more restrictive. Other than they want you to also wear your masks in public outside. If you're outdoors somewhere and there are other people around, they want you to wear the mask there as well. Whereas we've only been wearing it inside. It smells good. We'll have enough left, you know. I get it stuck over everything here. The bowl itself is feeling quite warm. We're on our way, I think. Of the 3 cases that were here on Campobello, as near as I know, nobody had to be hospitalized. They recovered or are recovering at home without any great problems. That also is good positive news. Because I never thought of what went into making nougat. I didn't know that there was white chocolate in it. Maybe there isn't in all nougat. There is in this batch anyway. Still seeing some of that butter that hasn't completely melted, but the rest of it is getting pretty well combined, I think. trying to be clever and mention how many times that is. I haven't been counting. But that's 4th or 5th time, I'm not sure. I'll have to count once I put the video together, I guess. I think that's pretty well combined. I'll let it go. I'll let it go one more time. Certainly the volume is much less than it was. All those puffy marshmallows have melted into a nice creamy substance. The addition of chocolate and butter. Yeah, that's it. We even have bubbles coming up in it at this point. So we'll put in the gumdrops. It certainly is colorful enough anyway. Here goes nothing. I don't want to waste any of it, but I also don't want it to solidify before I get it spread. Try to spread it as evenly as possible. So when I'm cutting it, I won't get different thicknesses. I don't know how long that took. I won't know, but I look at the camera here. It's relatively quick. And with the parchment paper, it should be quite easy to bring it out for cutting it. Well, I'll bring you over and show you the surface of it. And now it goes in the refrigerator and stays there overnight. Well, there's one batch of nougat ready to go in the refrigerator, and tomorrow morning we'll see whether or not it can be cut. Well, good morning, everybody. It has been in the refrigerator overnight. Now I'm going to attempt cutting it. It certainly feels solid enough. I think I will cut it in half and go from there. I think I would like to have pieces that are roughly an inch square. I'm sure there must be many ways of doing this, but I'm going to cut off strips and just eyeball it roughly an inch. It's homemade, they don't have to all be the same. So that's quite easy. A little dish here somewhere. Worried about the gumdrops being difficult to cut down through, but I seem to be slicing right down through them without any problem. Just didn't quite get that there. I will continue doing this. I won't make you watch the whole process, but I'll bring you back and show you what I get out of it in the end. I'll show you the finished product in just a second here, but I've been a bit concerned about it sort of sticking together if you don't wrap each individual piece. Maybe that isn't so much of a problem, I don't know. But I had an idea and I shook these pieces in icing sugar. And that seems to work. It's not sticky anymore at all now. So I think that's what I might do with the ones that I enclose in gifts. I will just dust them or shake them in a bag of icing sugar, and that should eliminate the tacky surface. The stuff is delicious though. Well, there is the finished product, and I did sample a piece. It is delicious. I just never had any idea that there was white chocolate in nougat. I guess the marshmallow didn't surprise me, but the white chocolate being there was fairly surprising. It tastes really good, and I think it's very colorful. Make a nice addition to my Christmas candy packages this year. I hope you'll give it a try. Thank you very much for watching.